Hi everybody, this is Roy Bhandari of TalkCondo.com, and today we are at the amazing sales office for Hillhurst Towns, and we're joined by a very special guest today. It is Hunter Milborne, the Dean of Condos, the CEO of Milborne Real Estate, and today we're here to talk about a very unique and very special project called Hillhurst Towns. So first of all, Hunter, thank you very, very much for your time. I know it's very valuable, and we appreciate any chance we get to sit with you. So,
well, thanks very much, Roy, and we always enjoy supporting your efforts and helping us, and it's always a partnership for us with you guys.
Awesome. So I want to talk about Hillhurst Towns. I think the first thing that makes this project so special is the location. So tell us a little bit about where it's located and the neighborhood in general, and then we'll get into some of the specifics about really what makes this a special neighborhood.
Well, this Lawrence Park neighborhood is very unique. It's halfway between, the site is halfway between Eglinton and Lawrence, so it's got great access to transportation, the 401 and Midtown. Particularly the school district is very, very positive. I mean, the private schools, Havergal, Upper Canada, are close by, and even the public school system, you know, some of the best public schools in the GTA are in this neighborhood. You know, some people call it Lawrence Park, Lytton neighborhood. It's also got a very, very high income demographic. Your average income in that neighborhood's around $250,000, and there's an absence of rental product. Not that purchasers here are going to be renting, but it just creates a very, very upscale neighborhood.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that, you know, there's an opportunity in this price range to buy something brand new in that neighborhood, it's a very, very unique and scarce opportunity. Right?
For sure. I do want to touch on the schools. You obviously glossed over it very quickly, but I know clients of my own that have moved into this neighborhood specifically for the schools. One of my very best clients, their daughters go to Havergal, and it is, for those who don't know, one of the number one schools in Canada. So it's very, very prestigious. People come into this neighborhood just for that reason. One of the important reasons. I'm glad you touched on that.
And it's pretty much walking distance, really. It's very close, very close.
For sure. And then obviously the Lawrence Park neighborhood as a whole, as a neighborhood, it is one of the most upscale, desirable locations in the GTA.
You have John Ross Robertson, which is one of the very, very top public schools. So like I said, it's a mix of public and private schools that are really positive in that area. Yep,
for sure. And again, I think we had a poke around on MLS, and I think the average price to get into this neighborhood right now, if you were buying low rise, you're north of $3.5 million. So again, it just speaks to that really upscale luxury neighborhood. And I think what you mentioned was the scarcity of availability of new product in this area. I've not sold condos quite as long as you have, but in my short time, you know, I can count on one hand the amount of new product that's in this area. So.
Yeah, I mean, we did a project a little while ago called Winslow, which you may remember, and it was astounding as to how quickly it sold. And it was very, very pricey, and it was right on Yonge Street near Strathgowan. We did one at 3018 Yonge a few years ago.
I remember that one. I was
for Lawrence, and that was very well received. But I think to have ground-oriented freehold townhomes that are you know, in a price range of under $3 million. That are brand new and, you know, 1,800 to 2,300 square feet. It's a very unique opportunity, so we expect that they're going to do very well.
So talk to us about the building specific itself. It is 7 very unique homes. So talk to us a little bit about the makeup of the building and.
Yeah, majority of the homes face Hillhurst.
Yep.
And there's one that's on the corner, and they range in size from about 1,800 square feet to a little over 2,300 square feet.
Yep.
Pricing is in the 2.3 to 2.8 range, which, you know, it's not inexpensive, but it's relatively inexpensive for this neighborhood, as you were mentioning. And they're basically, you know, the principles behind 3-arc developments, it's 3 architects, and they've done a lot of custom homes before. So what I've noticed working with them is that they have a very, very high attention to detail.
Yes.
And, you know, there's no value engineering meetings where we're, you know, trying to, you know, how do we save money here? It's really just how do we deliver really the best product. You know, with the Lect Kitchens, which is a very high-end German brand, and the Miele and Wolf and Sub-Zero appliances. So I think any purchaser can be really assured that, they're going to really get the top of the line finishes and workmanship in every category.
For sure. There was a couple of features that really stood out to me. I think the elevators in the suite I thought were...
Every suite has its own private elevator.
I love it.
Yeah.
The suites have these amazing skylights. So
Yeah. The bring light comes down over the stairwell, which is really a nice design feature.
For sure, yeah. So I thought there was some really nice, like you said, attention to detail, and I think that's what you get when you've got three architects working together as in partnership. So
yeah, very good.
Some of the obviously the freehold townhomes, but again, there's some elements that are condo, and there's some services that are attached to that as well. So talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, the properties themselves are freehold townhomes, but the outside is there's like what we'd call a condo road or a condo area. So you have a very, very low maintenance fee, but all the maintenance items that are associated with outside, the grounds maintenance, the grass cutting, the snow shoveling, all of that is taken care of. So it's really a trouble-free, virtually like a trouble-free single-family existence, even though it's in a townhome. Right?
Well, I was going to say that because you've got these amazing townhomes, like living in a home, without basically all the maintenance that you mentioned, the grass, you mentioned the snow, the stuff that you don't want to do yourself necessarily. So they're all taken care of in that condo.
Exactly. Yeah.
So right now we're at the scale model of Hillhurst Town. So give us a bit, again, just orient us in terms of the roads, and then we'll talk about some of the detailing.
So Avenue Road is right here, going north this way and south this way. This is Hillhurst, which is east-west. So this is actually a south elevation of the building.
And here, obviously, we see a lot of the nice landscaping and things like that we talked about. But one of the things that really stood out to me was really the quality of the finish of the building. So talk to us a little bit about that and some of the decisions.
Well, again, with the three architects as principals, their main concern here, having done a lot of custom homes and dealing with an upper end clientele, they really wanted to pay attention to the quality. So basically what you've got is you've got a limestone and stone facade with these balustrades, and it's, we were chatting many times about how it's kind of reminiscent of a classic London townhouse, right? Very, very, very classic architecture and very timeless.
Great. And the other thing that I noticed again, and you can really see it in these images behind you. And again, it speaks to attention to detail, which is a theme that we keep coming back to and back to and back to. But you notice at the nighttime shot, you've got some really amazing sort of lighting decisions. So again,
what they did here was that it almost takes on a grayish hue with the lighting on a night shot, as opposed to a daytime where it's more in the sunlight with the limestone. It just takes on almost a totally different appearance as the light hit it, which was thoughtfully conceived by the principals.
Amazing. So just to wrap things up very quickly, we've got this amazing upscale neighborhood. We've got right in Lawrence Park and Lytton Park. You've got these really rare opportunity to own freehold, brand new townhomes in a neighborhood that we don't see an awful lot of new product come into the market. Really thoughtfully designed from the outside with amazing materials, and the inside with great finishes. Like you see the skylights at the top. We talked about really upscale kitchens, elevators in the suites. We're in a neighborhood that has a very, very high net worth, amazing schools, some of the best in Canada. So we come together, we've got this really great package of townhomes that are available. So Hunter, if we have clients that are interested in taking a closer look, what do they have to do?
Yeah, I think we have a sales office on Yonge Street, which is basically dedicated. And you wouldn't often think that a developer would make the investment to have a nice sales environment like that, but they wanted to do that to really be able to show the product and its quality.
For sure.
So
awesome.
Very good.
Thank you very much, Hunter.
Excellent.